Okay, hello. Sunny and I are here doing some indoor crafts. It's winter and a lot of folks don't like winter. A lot of folks don't like January. There's lots of reports of depression in January because it's wintry, cold. Sun doesn't come out very often. It's hard to go outside. We don't dress warm enough often, especially when they're adults. And so then we have a very hard time with this time of year. So a very good thing to do is go outside if we can. But if we don't want to go outside, we can do some things indoors. And one of the things we can do indoors is use nature and look at pictures of nature to create things. So something I've done here today is started working on some bookmarks. I have very simple materials. So I've just got some paper. I've pre-cut this one, but any kind of paper will do. I have some old books. So this is a book I got for free at the library that was on the nobody's reading it shelf. And I use it, I just cut it up and use it for things. And then I have a very old book here. It's a bird book. I love birds and nobody reads it. It's lots of interesting pictures. So I've brought this out and started cutting it up and using it creatively. I have some photographs of summer. So we know that looking at pictures of nature, looking at pictures of outside in the summer helps us definitely remember the summer, but then also actually provides that connection to nature that will provide the calming hormone. So I've started cutting out all of these books. Sunny, she needs pets. I started cutting up the books and putting them on my paper. I've been tearing paper, just pulling around with that. I've also got some stickers here. I've got some dried flowers, pressed flowers that I had from before, but you could also purchase pressed flowers, but you don't need to use pressed flowers at all. I have watercolors to start with if I want to use them, and I have tempera paint sticks here, which are very cheap at the art store, and you can use them to embellish and have fun. And that's all I'm doing. So when I gather all the things that I think I might want to use, sometimes I even use papers. I have children, as you know, and sometimes I use papers that have been previously painted on. So here's a piece of paper that someone has been just playing with, using the tempera paints with flowers and leaves, painting on the leaves, making stamps out of them. So I might actually do some cutting and put these on, or even tear out the background and make this the background of my bookmark. So this is really up to the people using the materials and what you've got in the house. But the point here really is to take that time to be looking at these pictures, to be inspired by, so I'm using birds to inspire discussions or thoughts or memories about birds. I am a great advocate of watching birds, and we know that doing that, listening to birds and watching birds and looking at pictures of birds is a great way to lower that stress. So here are some of the bookmarks that I've been working on with my stickers and my papers, and I've found some interesting pictures and added multimedia to them with just a glue stick, and then I actually probably will add, I have actually some of these tassels, different colored tassels. You can make your own tassel. And then I have them here. I can give them as gifts. I can use them for myself, but it is really special. I'm already starting to think about which people each of the bookmarks reminds me of. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this camera on and show you some of the things that I'm doing. All right, so you can see some of the ones that I've done here, but I just had this picture of my daughter in the garden, and I thought this might be kind of a fun way. Every time I'm reading my book, I open to the new page and I remember these days of being outside in the garden in the summer and I see the flowers and I think that's really special. But instead of it just being this picture on a piece of paper, what if I add some stickers? What if I cut this down a little bit and add some other things to embellish? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look around at what there might be here. Yeah, there's some stickers. Oh, you like this? Oh, there's some fairy stickers. Nothing can be truer than fairy wisdom. That's cute. I could add that. What if I cut this? Dupe like that. And then add the sticker. Is that what you were thinking? Yeah. I love this. And we can just sort of... Oh, is this going to be... Oh, it's not going to be too wide. Oops. Okay, so I have my picture, I have my sticker. I'm gonna put my glue stick. Oh, this is fun. Okay, now we're gonna add some other things. What about actually a dried flower? Those are lilies in the flower, in the picture. But what about a little bit of this? Hello. Did you find something? Those are maybe a bit too big, so my kids are looking at other pictures that might work. Those are roses, aren't they? This, look at this. Oh, maybe put this here. Oh my gosh, real flowers connected in. Oh, my other daughter is saying we better do one of her too. Oh my gosh, I found another lovely little... These are little violas, and they're just the sweetest little tinies. Look at this. Okay, and if I can laminate this, or I can put a gloss Mod Podge on top. Okay, we just are knocking things over. Yeah, so there's some extra little things on here. And then, what if I find a bird? Should we have some birds up here, or you're looking for a flower? Could add some birds. Here's my bird book. I can add some things in my bird book from my bird book. I have to find something small. Look at those giant woodpeckers. Pileated woodpeckers, like woody woodpecker. So these are quite large, but maybe I could get... Oh, here's the smaller. Look at this little... Oh, what if I cut out this whole bluebird house? Cute little, I found a sticker of a bird. I'm going to cut out this bluebird house. Maybe make it like this. There's a new little birdie just arrived on my... Cute. How about this, like this? Is that cute? Okay. Oops. And what about a fairy? Can we try and hide a fairy right in this garden somewhere? Is there a little fairy in the fairy book? Here. So we have a really multimedia effect here. We have stickers, we have cutouts, we have photo, and then we have actually pressed flowers from this very garden. So that's kind of fun. And then what I'm gonna actually do, just so these delicate flowers stay in, is I'm going to laminate it with a laminator, but you wouldn't have to do that. Like I said, you can get this Mod Podge at the dollar store and just put a nice coat over that. It might be white when you put it on, and it will dry clear. And then, so that'll keep those flowers on there really nicely. And then put my little hole in there, and there you have it. So I'm going to do a few more, and then I'll show you what I have when I'm done. Okay, this one I'm just going to show with the Podge, Mod Podge, what it will look like. When you first put it on, you have to be so gentle, so careful. These little petals, if you're using pressed flowers. And like I said, if you have pressed flowers, that's wonderful. If you don't, you can purchase some. If you want to plan this activity ahead, you can get, you know, on its way out bouquet at the store, at like the grocery store or something. Talk to the florist, and they can let you know if they have any flowers that are going to be thrown out or that they've thrown out, and then you can press those yourself. And so just pressing them in a nice book for maybe 3 weeks. So this book's perfect. You don't want glossy pages. You want it to be nice, old, very absorptive pages in the book, and then you put something heavy on top. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, they'll be nice and dry. You take the petals off, or you can do them, if they're flat, you can do them all in one. And then you can use those in a project like this. Maybe I'll do a video for flower preserving to help folks get started. There's lots of fun projects we can do at this time of year with our pressed flowers from the summer. And it is, like I said, a great way of bringing that garden and the summer memories back in. So I've just put a nice coat on here. You'll see streak marks, but that kind of adds to an interest or the homemade look. But you can use a sponge or something else if you'd like. And there we go. I have it all coated. And so instead of using my laminator, that helps to preserve. And I'll just let them dry. I would not use it or anything until it's completely dry. And that'd be a few hours. Okay. Okay, I'm all done. I have a bunch of different bookmarks here. Some a little more simple. This one's just paper that's been ripped, a few stickers. I did maybe 1 layer, I think, of Mod Podge on top. I've got this one, which is laminated. It's got some flowers. It's got some stickers. It's got a page from the book. It's got a tassel. Here's another one just like it with my collected flowers. I had fun matching the tassels. Here's one of my favorites. It's just a piece of paper with this amazing picture of this woman from my bird book feeding a bird. I think it's a peanut from her mouth, a chickadee. And then I've just put some of my collected petals and flowers all around, and I put 2 coats of Mod Podge on there. Definitely not going to come off or even get wiped off or folded off. It's very secure in there. And then here's my multimedia with the photograph, and then I added fairies and something about fairies and then some flowers and all sorts of stuff laminated, added this. And then one more, I took a page out of my bird book about the yellow-bellied sapsucker, and then I added some woodland. It was just looked like all kind of browny and woodlandy, and so then I just added stickers and that kind of thing on here, and that's how that ended up. So pretty simple. Use what you got and have fun. And don't forget, when we're bringing things from outside, when we're looking at pictures, when we have flowers from memories of summertime, then that is having that impact on our stress hormone.